Chapter 16, Splattermania! We national news now. What happened in the shack was live streamed to the world, and then the media came calling. Our pet police lady Lizzie, she's PC Borden to us now. Well, she came to take me into questioning the morning after, but I did at least get to spend a night at home with Mum. I was driven home alone last night by a gonk in a patrol car, away from Prue, Echo and Monk, directly from the scene of the burning shack. I saw Prue moved away into a different police car. I assume they did the same for Echo too. I couldn't see. I've only ever been in the back of a police car once before. This time I felt like I was guilty of something, but I wasn't sure what. And by the time PC Borden came to fetch me to the station, our front garden was full of TV broadcast vans and photographers. They looked like a bunch of naughty kids daring each other to make their way up the garden path, all too scared to knock on our door. Only difference being, these fuckers wouldn't run away after they rang the bell. They'd want a soundbite, or footage of the troubled teen targeted by unknown serial killer cultivity haunted iPod, fill in a blank and pick a side, vultures. I felt like digging a hole in the back garden and laying in it, but I'm sure they'd get that on drone footage and start digging up our patio. By the time I was properly awake, I'd already seen online news reports featuring the headmaster, Mr. Christian, Massive, Hugh, and D.I. Eels. They were all talking about the undeniable links between these tragic deaths. "Welcome to the crockpot, fellow frogs. Come on in, the water's boiling." In my room, on my tablet, I could see the memes starting to evolve. Scenes from horror films set to counting songs. Just 7 hours after the police caught up with our reality, we were already trending. Not the most sophisticated of jokes by the time we left the house. But they'll get there. Something about all this will go viral. I'm not doing well. Mum's not doing well. It's been almost the whole weekend now since 5 to 1 on Saturday morning, and I am desperate to see my friends. I know Prue and Echo must also be here in the station, but you know how it is. You got to keep them separated. That makes me feel like a suspect, I have to admit. I'm aching to see the others. Lizzie talked me into letting the police have my phone for investigation while we were still in the house. Right now, I'm really missing it. I'm missing contacting my friends. I'm missing looking at our pictures. PC Borden seems very busy, but she keeps coming and going with hot chocolate, snacks, sandwiches, and even at one point, a big soft pillow for me to rest my head on in this weirdly soft waiting room with its awkward sofa. Mum can't stop crying. She stepped out to speak with Mrs. Tremboli and came back in floods. I'd love to see her. I love Twink's mum almost as much as I love Twink, but she was gone very quickly. I hope it's to someone who can look after her. I hope she has someone. D.I. Eels has been significantly less visible. It's obvious he's still running the show, but given some of the accusations Twink made in the shack, the police have decided the less we see of him, the better. Fine with me. I do not like that guy. I can't put my finger on it. But he's not right. There's a gentle tap at the door. Lizzie pops her head around the frame while I attempt to snooze. It's no loss. I wasn't getting anything that resembles rest. I'm fully expecting to go over the whole "can we be sure you're not all killing yourselves" conversation again for the 1000th time when she smiles that gentle smile. "Hi, Riff. Hello, Mrs. Fletcher." Mum bristles a little. "When can I take my poor daughter home, please?" PC Lizzie Borden steps into the room. "We don't advise you or your daughter return home at the moment, Mrs. Fletcher. With the media and the situation as it is, we would like to make arrangements to move you somewhere safer." I'm surprised. "So you believe us now, then?" I press. "You believe we're being hunted by a number-obsessed heavy metal fanatic who's stuck in the 80s and finishing some sort of murderous set list that won't stop until me and all my friends are dead?" "Yeah." She sits down quickly, like she doesn't want me to stare her out of the room. "Rachel? Riff? I believe you. I would like to update you on the current situation." I throw the pillow she gave me onto the floor. Feeble gesture, but it's all I've got in me. "Fine, you tell me for a change." "Your friend Mouse has been very helpful," she says, clearly embarrassed to be beaten across the digital line by a high school kid. "He's not really my friend," I shoot back. "Well, he's a very talented young man, and some of the information he's been able to give us confirms that Liam did not take his own life. It is clear that Twinkle was victim to an elaborate plot, and that David's circumstances were highly suspicious. By talking with Eliza, Prudence, Simon, and the information you've provided yourself, we've begun looking into the history of an incident from 1989, which has gone under-investigated until now. I roll my eyes. So the coppers were all shit back in life on Mars days too? What a shock. Mum looks horrified at my attitude, but I'm past caring. Lizzie composes herself. It is with huge regret that it has been necessary for me to accompany you. She gulps. She's really struggling, on more than one series of inquiries, into the circumstances surrounding the death of, her eyes well up, of yet another one of your close friends. She gulps again. For that I will not forgive myself, nor the inquiry process. I will also personally not rest until this killer is brought to justice. I believe her, but I'm not sure I can forgive her. Mum squeezes my hand. Her palm is damp. I realise mine is too. I need to see my friends, I say. Borden nods, eyes still glassy. I understand, Riff, but she's still not listening. No, I need to. You want to keep me safe? Then keep me with them. We're not safe apart. You've seen that, one by one. I stop myself. I can't say it out loud. Not again. Lizzie swallows. You're all still in danger. We're doing everything we can to... Then listen to us, I snap. We've been telling you since Peachy, since David, since Unit, and now Twink. You keep splitting us up and calling it protection, but all you're doing is making us easier to pick off. Mum clears her throat. Her voice is thin but steady. She's right. Riff is right. I look at her. She never calls me that. I've watched my daughter fall apart these last few weeks. I've watched her lose people she loves. Don't you dare ask her to do this on her own. Lizzie doesn't respond. She just stares at her note tablet like it's got the answer written on it. Then she exhales slowly and lowers it into her lap. Prue and Echo are here, she says, almost a whisper. I can arrange something. I'll need to move carefully, but I think we can bring you back together, for now. I blink. And Monk? Lizzie hesitates. Still under watch. He's in hospital with head trauma. I'll see what I can do. I shake my head. I don't understand that. Apparently the trauma is from injuries sustained during the fight with Bouncer, which doesn't sound right. He'd been fighting before the blaze, but we saw him after the fire. Monk stood next to Prue and me while the shack revealed its last dark secret. She stands. But you have to promise me something, Riff. What? I ask warily. If we do this, if I bend the rules, you have to stay close. No sneaking off, no schemes, no wild crusades. Just stay where I can protect you. I nod. If you really want to protect us, you'll let us stay together. Lizzie doesn't answer, but she nods too. We're ushered out the back way where the media can't see. It means going down to the subterranean levels, past the bins, the blue security lights. You can hear the reporters and the cameramen outside the gates. But down here, at the bottom of the ramp, surrounded by the brutalist architecture of a 1970s police station, they can't get to us. The carport's floodlights flicker as we approach. Prue's already there. Echo's just arriving. The second I see them, I stop pretending I'm fine. We run, all three of us. We collide like different colours of paint splattering into each other midair. Messy, teary, clutching each other so tight it's like we're trying to fuse into one person. You'll never be able to separate us again. My cheek hits Prue's shoulder. Echo's eyeliner smudges across my jacket. None of us care. There's a mania to our reunion. We're hysterical for a moment. You look like shit, Prue says, her voice hoarse. I feel worse. Oh, I'm so pleased to see you both, Echo croaks, smiling through the tear tracks. I thought you were dead, Prue whispers. You came back for me, I retort. I couldn't not. I really thought I was going to die. I splurge out. We all did, Prue says. Echo holds us both tight and whispers into our ears, It's not over yet. We are still in danger. I thought you were dead, Prue repeats. I don't want to die, pleads Echo. Then we stick together, right? Says Prue. Together, I echo. Behind us, our mums are quietly watching. No one tries to break up the moment. Not even Lizzie, who is looking shifty like someone might suddenly swoop in and stop us. Eventually, she clears her throat. Let's get you somewhere safe. She leads us to a big police vehicle, like a riot van, but kitted out for comfort. Cushioned bench seats, seat belts, enough space for us all. She even helps Mum up the step. Prue's mum's already inside, eyes like saucers. Echo's mum is fussing over her quietly, checking her fringe, smoothing her coat. We climb in. The second the doors close, the three of us slump together on one bench, tangled in a heap. It's the first time I've felt warm in days. Safe? Maybe. My eyes sting. We don't talk. We just breathe. Surprisingly quickly, Echo slips into sleep. I watch Prue follow her. The road murmurs beneath us. I join them on the other side. Through the haze of half-sleep, I hear voices, soft, adult voices. Our mums. Never even met, Echo's mum says. She didn't want her to know. Not after everything that happened, says another. She became so withdrawn, like a ghost, but she stayed on, took a job there. Nobody ever saw or heard from him again, though. A sleepy moment and I'm in a deep black well of slumber. I barely remember her. I remember the stories, though. See-through Sarah, the boys, what they used to say she did. Silence again. Just the hum of the engine and the occasional whisper of tyres over wet tarmac. Then Lizzie's voice. We're here. I stir. My head's on Prue's shoulder. Echo's hand is still laced in mine. We're in a hospital drop-off bay now. Yellow sodium lights spilling in through the windows. Makes a change from the blue tint they have at the cop shop. We stretch, yawn, groan. My mum and Prue's help us out of the van, one by one. I pull my jacket tighter as we step into the chill. As we walk toward the glass doors of the cleared ambulance bay, Mum pulls me to one side. Rachel, she says quietly, I just found out something odd. Yawning to fully wake, I feel hassled to be taking on new information. What is it, Mum? She leans in and whispers so nobody else can hear. Echo, Eliza, she has a relative who works at the school. I blink. Miss Park is Echo's aunt? Mum seems impressed, I guessed it. But she just nods, folding her coat over where it could be buttoned up. Before I can ask anything else, we're at the hospital doors. Lizzie holds one open, her uniform colleague the other. We're led down a corridor with that weird too-white hospital light. Everything smells like bleach and a heating system that doesn't drop below uncomfortably close and sweaty settings. A nurse is waiting just outside what we've been told is Monk's room, checking her tablet. Hi, Lizzie says gently. Lizzie Borden, Countingdon Station, sent us. We're here to see Simon. The nurse's face shifts. Her polite expression falters. Oh, she says. I thought someone had already updated you. What do you mean, updated us? Lizzie asks, tone sharpening. The nurse glances at us, three scruffy, tired girls with mums in tow and grief all over our faces, and her voice lowers. He's not here. There's a beat. What do you mean he's not here? Prue asks, stepping forward. He was lucid, the nurse says quickly, like it's a defence. He asked to use the bathroom. Staff saw him walking under his own power down the corridor, but he didn't come back. So where is he? I demand. We don't know. The nurse shifts awkwardly. There was a shift change. Occasionally details get a little disjointed between the late and early shift, she offers by way of meagre explanation. PC Friendly looks to the ceiling and counts to 5 to calm herself. Right, find me the staff member who saw him and your security team need to review some CCTV. I'll send uniform up. Disjointed. That's one word for it. I'll go with clusterfuck if it's all the same to you. We all drift inside like we're stepping into a church. Heads bowed, breaths held. Then I spot it. Pinned to the whiteboard above his bed, where it usually says things like nil by mouth in dry marker scrawl, is a single sheet of A4 paper held under a big round green magnet, not a note, a picture, a black and white photograph of an old man stooped under the weight of a giant bundle of sticks on his back, bare feet, gnarled hands, a walking stick. I point at it. Prue gasps. Led Zeppelin 4, Echo screams.